everyone, it's Tox from critshappen.com. Thanks for watching and welcome back. We're about to go through part 2 of our critical play on Mage Wars, the customizable strategy game of dueling mages. If you haven't had a chance to see part 1, feel free to click right about here and it'll take you right to it. But where we are right now is I'm playing the Beastmaster and I'm starting to mount a rush of small creatures against Kraken Dan's Priestess, who's got several temples up and a little bit of defense to protect against the onslaught. But before we jump in, I want to talk about a rule clarification. We are by no means perfect and we make mistakes when we play games. We're not the experts and this isn't meant to be a strategy session. This is really meant to be two average gamers enjoying their experience playing a great game and sharing that experience with you guys. And then on top of that, interacting with you on ideas around movements, plays, cards, strategies, the whole 9 yards. That kind of interaction is just really cool and I love that type of interaction with everybody. But everyone pointed out something that we missed and we played wrong in part 1. And more than likely, we'll play wrong in part 2 because we filmed it all in one big session. So I do apologize for this. But here's the rule. On page 13, under Actions and Movement, it specifically says, during its action phase, a creature can move. If it moves, it must finish all movement before it takes another action. A creature cannot take any other kind of action and then move. Now for anyone who's played Mage Wars, or anyone who hasn't, the mages are creatures. So whenever something says do something to a creature, the mage can be that creature. So in this case, in part 1, you've seen me cast a creature with my Beastmaster and then move. I shouldn't have been able to do that. I'm not sure how in a 44-page rulebook that we messed that up, so I really do apologize. And again, it probably will happen in part 2. But for anyone who's nice enough to point it out in a polite way, I really do appreciate it. Interaction with you guys is how we get better as players, and hopefully how everyone else who watches and reads the comments gets better as players as well. That said, I hope that you're having as much fun watching this as we are playing it. So let's jump right back into the arena. Let's find out which mage, if any, are crazy enough to walk through fire, and who's going to come out of the arena as the last mage standing.
And it's your quick action if you so choose.
I so choose, and I'm going to do something pretty radical and something that Kraken Dan probably won't expect. I'm going to walk through the fire. Actually, no, I'm not.
Well, it's quick action.
Fire. Yeah, it's quick action. I can't walk through the fire, so I'll pass.
Okay.
I will pass.
You're gonna hold on to that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Temple of Light before my turn because that's probably the best move. And I really need to take out one of these guys before they take out the temple. And actually, the smartest move, now that I think about it, is to take out the one who can charge in. You know, so that makes the most sense. So I'm going to go ahead and roll against him, and
enough to kill him.
It's enough to kill him, and that's what I need because he's going to come in with, he would have come in with 4 or 5 dice as opposed to 2 or 3.
4, yeah, it would have been not very good.
And then I'm still my turn because that actually doesn't count against my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Syrian Cleric to pump. The temple here.
Pump
the temple, and now it's your turn.
Alright, so now I'm going to
actually, you know what I'm going to do? Well, yeah, that's fine.
What are you going to do?
No, I'm not going to do anything. No, I'm not going to do it. There's no point. I'm not.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm not worried about the fox doing too much damage. 3 dice.
I don't think so, no. But we're going to go ahead and be a flame walker.
Wow, you're going to come in, huh?
Yep, so we're going to go ahead and come
in.
in.
I wasn't thinking that was happening.
So this is going to be a little painful, but there's a good reason for it.
Alright, I'll roll against the flames!
I mean, you know, since I roll 0s for burns all the time.
Well, it's 7 damage. The 4 doesn't do anything.
Put me at 15 damage.
No burn.
No burn, which is good. And then I will go ahead and I will cast Dissolve.
Ah.
And I will dissolve your wand.
Wand goes away.
So that will cost me 5. The wand will be discarded and then the spell, because part of it goes back into his spell book, which is kind of nice. So the wand goes away. He still will keep Force Push to be able to cast that at a later date. But for right now, it's going to be something that he's either going to have another wand, which he very well may. You're allowed to have.
Yeah, I didn't put another one in.
But
not this one.
Yeah, and it's something interesting. I don't know what your thoughts on this, but I've noticed that at first, in decks like this where you have a rush, you're going to have a lot of the same cards.
Mm-hmm.
But in decks like yours, like really other than, or the spell books, I keep saying decks, it's a bad magic habit.
Right.
The hands are really one of the only things you have multiples of. The hands of Bim Shalah. So it's and I've noticed in most spell books that I see online, there's maybe 2 copies of a card. It's not like Magic where you're putting in 4 copies of a card because you're trying to draw that card, right? In this
exactly.
game,
you can always just grab the card you
want.
want.
Just grab the cards you need, which is really kind of nice.
I mean, there are a few in there that I think you need multiple copies of.
Sure.
Depending, especially the ones you can't attach to a wand.
Right. All right, so that's my full action. So now you're good to go for whatever. Now, one of the other interesting things is a rule that doesn't really come up too much, but does come up against a Beastmaster a lot. If it's your turn and you have less creatures to activate than your opponent, you can choose to pass. So if he wanted right now, he could basically sit back and see where he's going to go. Because obviously my cats are not going to come flying through the wall of fire like my crazy mage just did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's not going to happen. It would, in some cases, it does benefit you to pass. I mean, but I can pretty much see how this is going to go down. Fox is going to attack me probably, or the Hand of Bim Shalom, and these 2 are going to attack that one. It's pretty straightforward. Whether I let him do it before I go or after I go, unless I want to try to kill this Bitterwood Fox, which isn't a bad idea.
Yeah. The interesting thing too is the Fox does have fast, which would allow him to move up to 2 spaces away. So it's not like he has a full action attack. So even if Kraken Dan were to move his mage, I still would be able to probably get an attack in with the Fox.
Exactly. Now let me think about this, because there's a part of me that just wants to smack your mage with mine.
Take that.
I'm actually really considering that because it sounds a lot of fun.
Now that you have the staff out.
Yeah, I have the staff out. I can pump it. It's going to one-shot the Fox probably.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't a bad move because he's pretty much already gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to hit your mage a lot. I'm going to go ahead and attack the Fox. It seems to make the most. What is he? Is he a 3 attack?
He attacks for 3. Yes.
You know what? I'm going to go and attack the mage.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and pump the mage. 1, 2, 3 melee.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then it's a 4 normally, so I'm going to roll 7 dice against the Fox.
Yep.
With the ability to daze and stun, which hopefully won't even have to come into play. I can just do 5 damage. And
wow,
that's 5 damage.
3, 4, 5. Yes, 5.
Just enough. So I would have been disappointed if I'd rolled that against the mage. But
what was the?
It was a 3, but it doesn't matter because he's dead.
Got it. Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No, I'm attacking you.
I thought you were talking.
I was saying what I was saying was I would have been disappointed had I attacked the mage with that because it was actually a crappy roll, but it was enough. Well, he was active.
Right.
It makes more sense to take him out.
Yes. You can take out an active guy before he goes yet.
And that means it's all you now because I have nothing else to go. So
okay.
You still have a quick action and these 2.
We'll go ahead and feral Bobcat on the temple and try and get rid of this thing. Yes, 2 more damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that will take it to
to 6. Right.
And then we will feral Bobcat on it
Let's
again.
see, you get the final 3.
Yes.
So it takes it out.
It is gone.
That is a big coup.
That is. And then, thank you very much. For a quick action, I'm going to realize that I'm stupid and that I took a level 2 creature, not a level 1
so
creature.
You can't play him there.
So I can't cast it. So
that's where you stop.
That's where I stop, yeah. Right. So that'll be it. And I can't attack because that's in the quick cast phase or the quick cast actions that your mage takes. It's just to cast a spell. It's not to make an attack or anything like that. So
you get initiative,
and I don't want to move actually. I like being in that same toasty worm.
Yeah, I realize I probably should have.
Since I'm on fire, it's like
you're not even.
Well, I'm not on fire yet, but we'll have to see what happens. So all right, so this spell goes back into my spell book, and we shall do it all again. You have 20 damage on me already.
Yeah.
And I've got a whopping 0 on you.
That's okay. I don't like to take damage. It works out fine.
Yeah, I know. Most people don't. And that, it usually works out best like that, really. Alright, I don't have a deployment.
Okay.
You don't have a deployment.
But it's your quick action.
And it's my quick action to start out with. So I am going to go ahead and actually use that and spend 2. and put something on him, which is very fun.
That does not surprise me. I'm actually kind of shocked that you don't have
more enchantments.
More enchantments, because I know you play heavy enchantments.
I do like heavy enchantments.
I think sometimes there are too many. You do too many sometimes. I am going to do some more of my famous turtling effect, and I'm going to go ahead and pay 7 mana and put another wall out.
A wall of
stone. Right. I felt that your Tegu would not care about a wall of fire with all of his extra health and everything. You know what I mean? With his bonuses for his pet. I thought, let's put something in there he can't get through.
This is true.
You know, or at least as easily. So.
Alrighty, so that was your quick action.
That was my quick action, right.
Okay, so then, let's see here. So that's interesting. So the wall of stone is different than the wall of fire. It is extendable, so he could do the same thing we talked about before about extending and adding an extra wall. But it is a little different. You cannot go through it. You cannot see through it. It has a heck of a lot more armor because it is corporal, not incorporeal. That's fine.
Okay.
Either one doesn't matter. I mean,
well, it matters to me in line of sight and stuff, so, and movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it stops me from moving up one there, I guess.
Well, no, but it also opens me up. Otherwise, I kind of trap myself in a...
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It actually does the same thing without trapping myself. So that makes more sense. We're not perfect at this.
No, we're not, and we're very friendly about it because we beat each other up all the time. All right, so for a full action, let's see here.
I'm actually just scared of the Tegu. That's part of why I'm like, how do I keep the Tegu from eating me? So
I asked myself that many, many times. Okay, we're going to go ahead and flip this, and it is a cheetah speed, so it costs 3.
For a minute there, I thought it was wings, which would have let you fly over the wall, and that would have been hilarious.
That would have been really cool. No, it's not wings, it's cheetah speed, so that's going to cost me 3. 1, 2, 3.
Does he normally have slow? No, he doesn't. So
no.
So he's going to be able to move 2 and attack.
So we will go ahead and go 1, 2,
right, and attack that.
He will attack that temple.
All right.
So he's going to roll 3 dice for his natural attack.
+1.
+1 because of the pet ability for the melee.
Good.
So here we go.
Okay, so he did 3. Yeah, that's good. That's too good. I don't like that one bit.
And they were both crits, so they ignore the 2 armors. So
it didn't help me at all.
Too bad.
Okay, I'm going to do something kind of fun here.
You really all your wall did was make me attack that temple versus that temple.
Yeah, but I mean,
or that temple versus that temple.
You're 1 away here, you're 2 away here, so it's a matter of like how to keep you away from my mage.
Yeah. I ask myself that all the time.
I'm going to.
These guys are over here just roasting their thing. You know, they put their marshmallows on their claws.
They can come through any time.
They can come through any time.
I don't know why they're being shy.
They're timid.
They'll probably go over there and finish off that Bim Shalah.
They could.
Since the beginning of my turn, I might as well utilize the Bim Shalahs because
sure.
Because you know, I think I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and actually give myself 3 armor because you're standing right in front of me, so I'm gonna protect myself.
Sure.
For my action, I'm gonna go ahead and play a Temple of Light. I had another one. Now the question is, do I play it here or here?
You can't play it in either of those because you have a zone exclusive in each of those. So you'd actually have to move over here.
I will have to move
here.
There, right.
Yeah.
I blocked myself with the wall.
Yeah.
That's right, and that's the trick with the zone exclusives. You can't put more than one of them.
Yeah, not only does zone exclusive apply to your own, it implies to your opponents. So
I'll just move through the fire and put it there.
That's a great idea. It might not be a bad idea actually. So,
well, I don't have my fire cloak on or anything. I mean, yeah, that'd be 5 damage plus burns. I don't know. That would be the place to put it, and then I could actually shoot with it, and I could probably take out one of them.
I think that would be pretty funny actually.
You know, I may just do that.
You can go for it. This is where you're going to roll epically.
or on the flip side, I could just attack you. Make this 3 melee and attack you. That might be a better move. But that sounds funnier. I don't know.
I would move through the wall, and here's why I'd move through the wall. Because you have these 3 out to be able to heal you.
That's true. I'm going to go ahead and move through.
And it's not like you as a priestess haven't packed any heals.
Well, no, exactly. I do have plenty of heals. And
do you want to roll the damage yourself, or do you want me to roll the damage you?
I guess technically it's... I don't know. How does that work?
I don't know. I'll go ahead and roll. Just
yeah, go ahead and roll it, because it should be your opponent, I think. Let me ask you this, though. My 3 armor does play in, right?
Sure,
it would. Sure. So.
Alright, ready?
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to yell it out. Nice
wow,
roll, dude.
That's...
Nice roll, a-hole.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's all crits.
And
it's the greatest roll in the history of Mage Wars.
What do you say? Crits happen, right?
There you go. Okay, so that's 7 damage, no big deal.
7 damage, no big deal.
No trying to figure out if my armor health on that. And then the 12 is a double burn.
So that's really bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad when you're a priest. It's not so bad because I can remove them all for a quick action, but
this is true.
It still sucks.
All right. That's pretty darn
I'm going to go
good.
and play the Temple of Light as my quick action.
No! Where did that come from?
I'm going to go ahead and utilize the Temple of Light.
I would do. I'd shoot yourself if I were you.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. The smart move is to go ahead and attack the guy who's already damaged. Because really,
just in case you roll bad.
Yeah, if I roll badly, I wouldn't want to have 2 of them attacking me.
You only roll 5 dice.
It's still 5. You I'm taking that one out completely. So that'll do it. And then some.
He's not just dead, he's really dead.
It's just vaporized, I guess.
Pretty much. Alright.
But yeah. So now the game's looking a little more even because I burned myself up.
Alright. Now I think we are going to go ahead and go this way.
Attack that.
And attack this, and I'll have 2 for his attack.
Plus 2 more?
Plus 2 for the charge.
That should do it. You only need two crits, and there they are. So
there they are.
That takes that out.
Alright.
That is going to weaken me.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So you get another one, I'm sure.
Actually, there's only...
One more?
No, there's only 3 you can get if you have 2 Mage Wars boxes and a force. So that was all 3 of them.
Yeah. Alright, so now my mage, or no, one of your...
yeah, I can use one of my clerics and go ahead and pump.
Pump it up.
They can heal too, but it's a range 0 to 1, so they can't reach her.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and pump. The temple. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and use my Beastmaster to put on a regrowth belt.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So that will, regrowth belt is very similar to the equipment that Kraken Dan's put out. The regrowth belt is actually a 6 cost. It's quick action, 0 to 2 zones. People may ask why there's a zone on the equipment that you put on your mage, and there is a variant of playing 2 players. So I could put this technically on another mage from 2 away. But this gives my mage the Regenerate 2 ability, which quite logically means the beginning of my turn during upkeep, I will regenerate 2 health, which I badly need. And since it is a quick action, I think I will stay right where I am. Because if I were to move, the Temple of Light would be able to shoot me. So I'll stay right where I am.
Actually, you could come here, the wall would block it.
Yeah, well, this blocks 2. This blocks line of
No, I get that. I'm just saying, you said if you move, but you could move here.
I could move there, but then I just have to go all that farther away around.
I'm okay with that.
Kill you, so.
I'll go ahead and use my other cleric and pump the last.
Pump it up.
Pump it up.
Okay.
And that is everything, right?
That's everything.
Cool. This is where it's going to get stinky now because you've got monsters galore around me.
I bet you have the initiative.
That does help a little.
So we shall see. Alright.
See if I can... Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I guess roll for my fire. I'm going to roll for the fire. Yes!
Both off. Look at that.
That's a Tox roll right there.
That's pretty good. Pretty darn good if you ask me.
Alright, everything is ready. Everything is looking good.
Good.
I gotta figure out what I'm going to do because I'm right next to the Tegu. Okay, let me see.
You know, I just realized it was kind of ironic. We both like Harmonize a lot, and we haven't played a single one.
I have one, but I didn't play it because...
I didn't play it either, yeah. It's
you
funny.
know,
it's a fun thing about the game.
There's a couple of different things I didn't do. Normally I play the clerics first.
Yep.
Get that pumping, but I didn't do it. I went with the temple thing first, and it works, especially against...
It's holding the rush off.
Well, it holds the rush off, and that's why it's important.
Yeah.
I
think that's one of the nice things about Mage Wars, too, is that you can have a spell book that is very well balanced and play it differently. And you know, like in this case, you played temples first, whereas if you were maybe playing a warlock or a wizard, you might have started off with clerics and started pumping the mana on the Temple of Asira.
Exactly. For my quick action, I'm going to go ahead and play something secret right here.
Oh no, what is that?
Oh, shocker, I know.
Jeez Louise. Please.
Is it a hellfire trap? Maybe.
Is it a teleport trap?
A teleport trap.
Maybe
very potential.
Worse.
Now do your quick action.
Okay, go ahead. Flip my quick action for me, and I will play this on him.
Oh, great.
Something secretive there.
Yeah. Let me guess. +2 attack.
Maybe he's, maybe this is actually the stop target decoy. That's what that is.
Well, I think that the right move is to go ahead and use my Temple of Light immediately. It's only 4 dice now, but I'll take it and shoot your Tegu because.
Really? Okay.
And here's why. It's for the condition. If I can stun him or daze him, that's going to be really good because I don't really want him coming over and smacking me.
Sure.
You're right. I can probably one-shot the Bobcat possibly, but
you have a trap laid.
But I have something cooking there.
What that is?
Let me shoot your Tegu.
I will get a stun and a daze out just in case.
You will. No, I don't know if you'll need it or not.
You will roll that again.
11 will be a 12 plus, so he's going to actually be a full on. Yeah, which is stupid because.
Well, no, because remember what we talked about. That's you get to add the.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm just saying daze is less intensive than stun, right?
But that balances out the card because if the stun was the top level with the adding each temple to this, it'd be crazy.
And the 3 doesn't do anything because he's got 4 armor, I think, or 5 armor.
The daze is interesting. So stun means exactly what you would think. It means he's stunned. He basically has to use a full action to move down and take his action and remove it. But daze is interesting. So daze is I can still move and do everything, but if I'm going to attack, I have to roll a 7+ on my ability die, or action die here, or I miss. So I can still move in here if I wanted to and attack the priestess. But I've got to deal with whatever this is because it wasn't put on a actual creature. It was put in the zone, which usually means either decoy, hellfire trap, or teleport trap. None of which are good.
I'm going to go ahead and use both of my hands and chest hands, and I was actually thinking about healing too, which is probably a good idea. Bring me down to 5. Armor's good too now since I didn't manage to stun him.
Armor's good.
But I'll go ahead and bring my health back down to 5. We'll do that.
Okay.
And then actually, it's strangely enough, I'm not going to use my mage right now. I'm going to use one of my clerics.
Interesting.
Just to pump this guy.
You to move.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to. So I'm going to do that instead.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Alright, I'm going to move.
Ooh.
And I'm going to cast the Rajan's Fury.
Oh, great.
Which
+1
will give all
charge.
my guys +1 charge. That's going to cost me 7, so it's going to take me down to 3.
That's annoying.
It can be, yeah. Follow you. Mister, I'm going to move away now.
No, I'm going to use my cleric now.
Really? Oh. You are baiting me in.
Am I?
Baiting me in.
Possibly.
All right. Well, let's see what we got. I think the obvious
it's actually not what it is.
Coming in with the feral bobcat first.
Yeah, it's fine. It's really not what you think.
It's teleport trap.
No, it's actually not a trap at all.
It's
sacred ground.
Sacred ground. Very nice.
It's going to cost me 4.
Sacred ground is a zone enchantment, which gives all friendly living creatures Aegis +1. And you may say, why living? Well, because there are some undead creatures.
Well, for example, it won't help the Temple of Light.
Right, it won't help Temple of Light because that's not a living creature. But Aegis 1 means that anyone that attacks any friendly creature in that zone attacks for 1 less die. So, basically it turns my charge from a +2 to a +1.
The other benefit of it is actually I have the Divine Reward. Once per round, if the priestess casts and resolves a holy incantation spell or reveals a holy enchantment, my health actually goes up 1. So now I have a 33 max health.
And it's really interesting. So Mage Wars uses 2 different counters on the Mage status board, one for damage and one for life. So things like this will actually heal you, and not heal your damage, but actually increase your life total. So it's pretty fat and stout from the priestess. So now that that's done, I can make a decision on who I'm going to attack. If I were to attack the temple, I would get all 4 dice, but I have to deal with 3 armor. If I were to attack the priestess, I would get 3 dice and have to deal with no armor, I believe, right? Yes, no armor.
Actually, that's not accurate.
What's not accurate?
I think that you would have two dice naturally, right?
I would have 2 dice naturally.
Plus charge plus 2.
Which would give it
plus
4.
charge plus 1.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right. Yeah,
you have the other
right.
thing.
Yeah,
so you would actually still roll 4 against the priestess.
That's true.
And 5 against the temple versus 3 armor. So
I'll learn how to play this game.
Well, I just remembered that you had that. So it seems like, yeah, it's up to you.
It seems good. I think the temple's going to really eat me alive, so I think we should go after the temple.
That's bold. You've been rolling great against my temples, regardless of the armor, so 5 dice is good.
5 dice total, so let's see what happens. This is where I can probably whip, because sometimes crits happen and sometimes they don't.
That's not bad. You did 1, 2.
Yeah. 2 total. Yeah.
2 damage.
Not terribly great, but not terribly bad.
I'll whirl. I'm going to go ahead and attack the Bobcat with my 4 dice.
Okay.
It's not enough to kill him.
Wow, 3. And nothing on the...
Nothing on the thing, right. It's too bad.
Well, the temple should be able to kill him next turn.
Yeah, like I want to waste it for 1 point damage, though, you know?
Someone's going to have to do a point of damage to him.
Now you can come over and whack on whoever you want.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll go ahead and move this over. And... I'll go ahead and flip this. It is a bear strength.
Figured.
So it's 3 mana. Takes me to 0. And we'll go ahead and, let's see, this would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Let's see, you have 3 natural, plus 2 for your bear strength makes you 5, plus 1 for the charge makes you 6, plus 1 for the pet makes you 7.
Minus 1 for the Aegis.
If you attack me,
right. So 7 against the temple or 6 against the mage.
Right. But first, you have to roll against your days.
I do, right.
Because if you don't roll a 7 or higher...
Right, then it doesn't matter.
You don't get to attack.
It does not matter, that's right. So I think we want to get rid of the temple, so we'll go ahead and declare an attack against the temple. So we will roll that.
Not going to do it.
Do an attack.
No attack. So the days actually worked for me.
Yep, and then that gets removed because he acted.
And that is everybody.
That is everyone, so we go ahead and reset.
You get the initiative though?
Thing there. Yep, I get initiative. That's the right play. Whoa.
You have a right play, that's a big step from where I'm at.
Alright. Okay.
Deploy?
Deploy. Bluff.
Okay.
No deploy.
Brogan!
Brogan Bloodstone. That's quite a bit.
Yeah,
What's that going to leave you at?
7.
Wow.
It's enough. Do whatever.
So Brogan Bloodstone is a fatty, as we used to call him in Magic. He has a affinity to, or a fear of lightning. He's lightning +2, which means that if you attack him with a lightning spell, you're going to roll 2 extra dice. He's legendary, which means he and only he exists. I can't play a Brogan Bloodstone now, 1 is on the board. And he has a pretty wicked attack because he only rolls 4 dice, but he has the ability of unavoidable, which means defenses can't stop it,
right,
and piercing +3. On top of all that, he's got 4 natural armor and 11 health. So he is just an absolute holy paladin beast. All right.
And expensive.
Well, I'm really glad I bluffed my deployment right now.
Okay, it's your quick action.
Alrighty, my quick action. So we're going to pause right there at part 2. We hope you've enjoyed this. It's been pretty crazy between mages running through fire, people rolling nothing but crits, because hey, crits happen, right? It's been a lot of fun making this. We hope you've enjoyed watching it. Part 3 is coming really soon, so stay tuned. In the meantime, let us know your thoughts. Feel free to leave your comments here on the YouTube channel. Of course, you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+, and on our homepage at critshappen.com. But until we see you next time, thanks so much for watching. Keep rolling those dice, and we hope they're all crits.